Hello Darklings, sorry about being late. Sometimes things just happen outside your control. I am level 15, that's good.
Let us begin.
Those are repeatable questions. Interesting.
Inquisitor.
A dequake outpost sounds a little nice.
At your service. Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
All right.
There's everyone on the edge. Let's do our wicked hearts and wicked hearts.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known, just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household? You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside, but it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Oh good, we got enough power. There. This should be fine. Thank you, seem to work well.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Then we should be careful not to give him an advantage.
Inquisitor Lavellen. Bringing the rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor? An elf savage! Oh.
I think I'd bother work with the Empress.
This is Gaspard's idea of a joke.
If she has the elf lover, I want to be on the other side.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
But this I need to investigate something's going on. I need some sort of statue.
Where has that servant gone? Elves.
Home.
Always shouting their duties.
Oh, that hasn't quite a nice grip to it.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Oh, that was one of the special things I needed to power I. More hidden objects. Of course.
Foreigners.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
So they really want an end to the war. Third why? I found the evidence of the scandal. Update seems. Okay, there are lots of hidden things already. And I don't know how many of them are here and how many of them are other places.
I told you we should have worn the silver brocades.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough? It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Hooray, a bit of friend. So if I can just keep winning the approval.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
I'm going to save us the caution. That's it, that's all that was in there. That was pointless.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Let's get down to business.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Cassandra is usually not the subtle or cautious type.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
Now good thing I did everything I could in the first court scene.
I wish there was more news coming from the conflict.
Good news is becoming an increasingly rare commodity.
These are guest quarters.
Boring.
It can hardly hear what they said at all.
If nothing else,
I heard
the
Celine
Inquisition
was
back
having
in
the
Gaspar
entire
will
wing
make Celine
redecorated.
nervous.
But the
You know,
timing
like-
is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now? I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. Such a pity the wing is sealed.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
Solus has already gone inside. I'm not sure about that.
Gaspar never struck me as pious. He must think he gains military advantage with the Inquisition.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
The most point of it being called the gas swing.
Good to know.
What is Gaspar up to? What-
Just gossip.
How was the lyrium trade dropped off so sharp?
Seems like there's some secret in the library, but we don't have access to it.
My contact said there's a new supplier, but we can't track down who it might be.
There's not much to find out here, it seems.
How did the Empress afford to renovate the
Grand
palace
Duchess Florian must
without
have
war
worked a
going on?
miracle to get them
I
here.
heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
The sooner we go in, the
Whose
sooner
secrets?
we can get this over with. The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
Why are there so many elves here?
The Empress...
So you're just getting any more stuff done. And every websmith is explored as I can make it.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Labellen. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground, champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine, Warden Blackwall of Valcheven, Constable of the Grey.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
This mask don't quite line up with their face.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
I'm pretty terrible at dancing.
Tell me that...
Probably looking to embarrass me on the dance floor.
Do they want for anything?
Pas
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Try and paint her, how lovely.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of.
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Ah, how thoughtful.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end bad.
How far can I wonder?
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
You must dance with me, Commander. You cannot stand about all evening.
I'm afraid not. Thank you. Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Is that her? The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
Reveal to me more secrets. Come on. What, someone dropped a few bottles.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Particular engagement yet.
I didn't want to come. Mother made me. At least her Angelo has some. The gardens. They're so darling.
They wonder if I am allowed to open.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Or we need a way into the guest room first.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching.
Unless
the sooner we leave this place, the better.
Friend is working with our enemy.
boring.
I'm sure there will be one time I press that and it won't be boring. Well, I can't even make out what they're saying. Can you hear me?
Good to know.
Oh, I just need to suppress it enough times that I got some secret. I should have realized earlier.
Don't I know you from?
I'm ready for anything. Just give the word.
While I have a moment, is there anyone here I should question?
I'm not well acquainted with Orlesian nobility. They rarely welcome Grey Wardens coming in with the right of conscription.
What do you think about all the scheming and politics?
I think I'd rather be anywhere else. Let's save the Empress and get back to where things make sense. Say what you want about Celine's ascension. She stole the throne? She seduced her way to it? Who cares? In the years since, she's proven she is the perfect mix of strength, cunning, and grace that Orlais needs. Gaspard, you may as well crown a bull if he wins.
So, Silverite Wings of Valor. What did you get that for?
For valor.
Care to elaborate?
It was a long time ago. Back when we didn't stop to boast about past victories when there was an assassin on the loose.
What's the word? Seen anything yet?
There aren't enough guards. That seems odd. Either the Empress disguised them for appearances, or something has gone wrong.
Wait for my signal.
Sounds like something kept going without.
I do adore the heady blend of power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian ball than I'd have expected.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fae. The powerful have always been the same. Only the costumes change.
Have you seen anything useful?
Fair enough.
No, sadly. I do not have the look of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
Have you encountered any trouble with the nobles?
The Orlesians do not quite know what to make of me. I have kept to myself, for fear of giving them some purchase to cling to. The food and drink are excellent, however, and the servants have been happy to refill my glass.
I'll be back.
And well.
Well, that's good.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of
Burn them on their homes.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one elf's gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Interesting.
Okay, that sounds like something I should investigate.
boring. There must be something here.
I just need a key to the 7th area so I can fight them.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Did you need something? Did you need something?
Interesting.
You must be
I
mistaken.
need a key.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's sped up estate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
I mean, they are digital traders. They've literally joined an enemy. I need to look out for more things on the ground. I'm not sure I'd be good at dealing with all these people.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Interesting.
I meant to collect coins to toss them.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Well, that's useful.
I didn't even hear what was said.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
Should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain?
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Well, well. What's this?
Now, lest the people who have gone into a place but not come out.
Use the main entrance to the ballroom.
There's blood here. I feel like there's definitely some sort of secret. But it's not letting me do anything.
I had no idea.
These coins do sharpen the strangers of places.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Someone isn't talking to another. That does seem strange.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
What I'm steadily getting approval. This does want me to save it more. Oh, this is the only way in. Ah, more statues needed. If I climb down, and then climb back up, what happens? Hopefully my approval doesn't go down anymore. But my approval is lowering. Let's pose a quick, refreshed one hurt. I have no idea how good or bad this is. Another special statue. And a secret love letter. How quaint. It seems like I can just come back and believe anytime and it's fine. Maximum amounts. This is a bit risky because I only have one statue right now. Oh wait, I didn't read that letters, silly. I can quickly go back. Now we've got best for you to use thing again. Really, people keep turning up but they're not even advertising anything. That was automatically being blocked, I can't tell. Oh, it looks like her brother is being a problem and it might have planned the assassination. I should have read that better the first time. This place is big. To Lady M.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
I didn't wear this wear on a time limit. There's something up with these statues.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Wait, why is my approval gonna? There's still so much to investigate.
Third bell. Crap. Now I'm just plain late.
Oh, I see if you're fashionably late. Fine, there have to be a tie on the bit to this. Okay, I found my way back out, I guess. I'm gonna load the previous save. We found a Hela statue. But there was more than one place to use it. Oh, it needs even more statues than one, never mind.
I should look around.
I just want to investigate everywhere. Right, there's a seek for over there, it was there more. I know a few places where I can find secrets. I could probably quickly get those on the way out if it is time limited. Well, we already know the order, luckily. It doesn't appear. Hey. That is a time limit.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Gaspar is wasting his time.
Rather, it appears that as soon as I pick up those letters, I'm in trouble.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else. wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
There's a packet in the guest ring upper room in the garden. The Corpri was gone down so much actually. I guess I stayed for too long.
Boring.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Quickly! We can't leave the Delancers this long without drinks.
Inquisitor Lavellon, is there something I can do for you? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh yes! This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Did you hear what Gaspard said?
I see you took
Good, I'm steadily getting approval.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panic she roaming about?
And if we already kind of know where the blood goes.
I had no idea.
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should organize money hunting without a leader.
Ah. Trying to figure out what I can't do.
Who does Orzammar
I don't have a servant key, so I can't.
King Aeducan has put considerable coin behind the Empress. He hopes the invasion stops.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
We are in the guest ring, so where's the upper guest ring? Oh wait, I can go the other way. I just had something. I think once I go through these doors I'm technically lost in the path here anymore. There's no point staying up here much longer.
Maker, I hope not.
And where it really does permanently damage. I've only found 2 statues so far.
Did you need something?
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
Oh, lovely. I can have a bit more approval from that. So only one thing we know to be in this crop. Where do I see the quest log? Here we go. Bye. Still thought I can miss a bunch of stuff.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of...
Boring.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
I can't disrupt them. Shine. If I go back to the ballroom, what happens? Surely there's more coins in here somewhere.
Duchess of Valmontaigne, Chevalier of the Empire, hero of the Battle of White River.
I still remember the day they came. Another time, perhaps?
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds, and those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambion acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Those are some good questions.
More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is lousy with scandals and scheming. But no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
I suppose warning my friends of what I've seen is interesting.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Does anyone have a report of the casualties in the dens?
Why do you know about casualties? Oh, you're probably talking about the war, aren't you?
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Still nothing to be found.
Inquisitor?
Hello?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette?
Sorry, Josie.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Is it true the Inquisitor
But of course the proof was pretty high. I can't seem to find anything more.
Move out.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
I can't find any more statues or anything. No coins either.
Leave us.
Any word from our I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Have you seen anything useful?
No, sadly. I do not have the look of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
I'll be back.
And well.
I can't even find that key.
Boring.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the council.
Did you hear what Gaspard said?
I am not talking to you until we get home.
His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panic little she roaming about?
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Maker, if I have to clean up another puddle... Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
I can't imagine Gaspard being vitriolic. What's the matter?
The Grand Duke bears a grudge against the Council for refusing him the crown. He's threatened death if they refuse him again, collectively and individually, along with their vassals. What backwater did you come from? Everyone knows that.
No. I lost approval because I didn't know.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
Now of course it all has saved just after, so now I have to do an investigation from last time. Hit me. Fine, I'll accept that this approval will.
Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them.
Just gossip.
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Yes?
Another time, my lord.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Waste of time.
Hello, Lonely. How are you?
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke
The
Germain?
Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry
I'm
them
trying to figure out how to complete this perfectly.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
Any word from our contacts in the world?
Now, it's supposed at this point the only choice I have is... still the letters that make the meeting happen.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Hey, I'm my way. I have done everything, Cap untie.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
It's
It's been too long since I've had any work.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Oh, right.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
I don't like that. Nobody should.
It's actually time I forgot it's not. Okay, the ballroom is here and I saw that.
Well,
Glitch.
well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
I'm not too late.
Lady Inquisitor.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Good evening, milady.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course. Celine has something up her sleeve.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala.
Who's Briella? I don't remember.
Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word. How exciting.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care. Enjoy the masquerade.
Is there...
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
I feel like I could be making mistakes, so I want to save.
Investigations turned up something It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality? She's better at the game than we thought.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget.
Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau?
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with
and she throws the best parties.
Okay, so far so good.
Duke Gaspard has made a fortune.
Inquisitor?
Be careful with that tree.
I wonder if the Lady Inquisitor agrees.
Hello.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
What is Lady
The ring.
wearing?
Where are Alban and Colette?
Who cares? Is that...
Leave us.
Boring. This could be worth checking out.
Well then I think I'm going to share. That was a quick load. This area is being rather light with the loading.
Why kill the servants? They were unarmed.
Because they were in the way, of course. These were minor obstacles in the path to someone's power.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
I've been needed vengeance for these elves, the poor things. That she's dead. Alright. Because we've gone missing for so long, it also has that cool approval.
This was no servant. What was he doing here? Is that Gaspard's family crest on the hilt of that dagger? Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader.
Why do I have daggers? I've been not, sir. Unless my potion has a good effect. Doing about 20 damage. Come on, my friends, get them. Are all of you got no weapons equipped? What the hell is this?
Watch out!
This was no servant. What was he doing here? Is that Gaspard's family crest on the hilt of that dagger? Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader.
I do not do a lot of damage even with proper weapon.
rushing this approach.
Although I do 300 with skills, so at least I got that. And the longer I take care, the more it costs me in court approval, whatever that does. Where did they go? And where did they come from? We can take all these guys before our quarter approval goes down to the see you around. No. I sure hope so. Ah yes, more stat shooting is good.
Fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Llewellyn, slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
He can try, but I'll stop him.
I wish you luck. Better than luck? I wish you success. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
I would consider such an alliance.
We can help each other, Inquisitor. We are both outsiders here, after all. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who
and then just casually jumps off? I wonder if you can find any more of those statues. Oh look, more enemies. Oh, it needs more statues, of course it does. So many places to investigate, so little time. Wow, that was teleporting all over the place.
Let's look around.
Now another coin, of course. Need to be dealing with these guys quickly.
We are in your debt, Inquisitor.
Oh,
Thank you,
good.
Inquisitor.
Where am I now? I've got a vaccine.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Yes, and?
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
Do I want to be visiting the traffic road?
Leave us.
I should look around.
There was a scandal in here. Another statue, hooray. Now if only I could get a few more.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds.
That was not there before.
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Sonny, there's a ton of secret correspondence.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the...
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Boring.
I didn't mean I said it woke on this.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
How does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke are gang. He's scared.
He's really just appearing out of nowhere now.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council.
Is it my imagination?
I had no idea.
Array more secrets.
Your investments seem to be paying off. War encourages armies to borrow coin. No one wants to lose their country because they want to read interest rates.
Home, there's no petty in nothing. I'll do something new. So glad I came back up just to double check that.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he
Her
does.
Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
Well, I got most of the court's approval. I just have to hope that's enough. I have no idea what's happening though because it's my first time playing. I'm sure the monsters will show up soon enough. In fact, let's go find them.
Inquisitor Lavalin. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics?
Wonderful.
What do you know about our civil war?
What do you think I ought to know?
My brother and my dear cousin have been at each other's throats for too long.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason.
This is an RPG game, so you're not always fighting monsters.
Neither one of us wishes
Sometimes
to see it.
you're fighting with words.
I think I can agree with that, yes.
Then you have lifted a terrible burden from my heart, Inquisitor. The world is filled with doubt and uncertainty. Fear rules more hearts than any empire. I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor.
Why did I lose?
Concern to some.
Approval.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know
I should have
who is
saved
friend
before
and
I
who is
went
foe?
in.
Who in the court can be trusted?
If you can't trust the Empress, who can you trust?
How far will you go, I wonder, for the sake of that allegiance? It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time.
That lost we caught up through, fool.
The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming. May Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
Maker's breath, you dance with
I
the
lost
Grand
so
Duchess
much
and I
approval in that.
Are you all right?
The Duchess had some interesting
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Morrigan helped me.
Warning? Then perhaps we should let her die.
You have an idea, Leliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos.
Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening,
And it doesn't need to be Celine.
Do you realize what you're... Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one. How should I support Briala? I assume she can't be Empress. She can't. She can, however, be the power behind the throne, with Gaspard.
True. She could never control Celine, not with their history.
So Celine dies and Gaspard takes the throne. Briala would need a way to control him, some kind of leverage.
What did Duchess Floriane tell you? She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
And I'm going to reload because I lost the proof when I really don't like that it did.
Maker's breath, you danced with the Grand Duchess and I didn't prepare you. Are you all right? I hope you have...
Then...
Now come on with this. I can't go even further back than that. I really need to learn to save more. This is getting annoying. I've got to do the entire servant quarters again. Because the game decides, hey, we're gonna make you lose your things for obvious things. I'm not going to make it easy to tell what it is that's making you lose. Bloody annoying when games do that.
Just gossip.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Elves.
Now to the 7th quarters, I guess. It's not like there's anything calcifiting from all.
Good to know.
Right, save beforehand.
This could be worth checking out.
Why kill the servants?
Right, I've got to equip all my weapons again. All right. Oh.
They were unarmed.
Because they were in the way,
I think we might have to wear a formal attire.
Obstacles in the path to someone's power.
There's a statue up there. How am I supposed to get that? Okay. Yes, I got the statue.
This was no... Is that... Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader. The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Let's try and get through this quickly. Bye. So I can lose the least amount of approval. That sends me back home. This place is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was.
Should we look around?
And I have no idea. I know about the coin, but I don't really know what else is around. There should be some secrets, but I just can't find them. Wait, where am I now? and evidence of crimes, things I can use for the final battle. I don't know, I've never done this before. I have no idea what I can find. I just know there are things. There are coins I can collect. There are bits of evidence I can use for something that I'm unaware of. I have no idea what's coming out, but it's an RPG section, so I need to find stuff that the game won't bother telling me about. The panicked. There was another statue I found around here. I just got to find it again.
Get ready!
There it is. I'm losing so much approval just because I'm doing this mandatory fire.
Fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Llewellyn, slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
Impressive shot, Ambassador.
Welcome to the Imperial Court, friend. This is our diplomacy at work. You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
He can try, but I'll stop him.
I wish you luck. Better than luck, I wish you success. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
If we'd seen not.
We are in your debt, Inquisitor.
Head back to the ballroom. We'll handle this.
Well, I'm back to being seen, so I'm not missing as many. Yes.
Interesting.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
I'm curious. What did you hear about the fight with the Archdemon?
They say the army of the Inquisition fought a desperate stand at Haven against the forces of an old god. As the battle raged, you faced down evil incarnate. Spell against spell. Its forces had you trapped. And you cast down a mountain upon the Archdemon and escaped.
Even if a tenth of that is true, it's a remarkable feat.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
There must be something here.
Every my court approval is up again. And another statue is mine. I finally have a knife.
How does things look out?
Let me pick up all those secret documents that were about.
The Empress and the Grand Duke look angry. This can't be good.
I had no idea.
There are so many scandals to pick up.
The grace
Did
is
you
chained
hear?
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than...
Interesting. Waste of time.
Let's toss our coins into the fountain. Option. Well, let's save here quickly to see what this door holds. What secrets lie within? Another more guests here. Was there another way down?
And I'll get this. Just be patient.
No, that wasn't not.
So, but if I take the fox
Well,
across
maybe
the
I could have dropped down, but that would have prevented me from getting back up.
Stick with it. You'll figure it out.
Well, that depends on how hard they are to get.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties of the dance?
Where is Liliana? So I can deliver these reports.
How are the talks proceeding?
They remind me of the assembly of wars. It can't be that bad.
Right, I still need the key to the royal wing. That comes next.
Inquisitor Lavellen.
Now let's try not to lose all our approval again.
Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted.
Hey.
Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
My advisors keep me informed.
One would hope the Inquisition's leaders had a proper understanding of politics.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
I only trust the Inquisition. It's every woman for herself here in the Imperial Court. Or so I've heard.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you
I
will
got
find
some
the
up for
captain
you
of
for
my brother's
fun,
mercenaries.
but that's good.
He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months.
100% court approval.
Often.
Yes.
It's a relief to do something other than fight demons and horrors.
You still face demons and horrors. These ones are simply better dressed.
Were you dancing with Duchess Floriane?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
I found Gaspard's knife in the lower levels, used to kill a man. His sister confirms he's the traitor.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat. Then perhaps we should let her die.
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana? Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais?
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost. Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves. This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
How should I support Briala? I assume she can't be Empress.
She can't. She can, however, be the power behind the throne, with Gaspard. True. She could never control Celine, not with their history.
So Celine dies and Gaspard takes the throne. Briala would need a way to control him, some kind of leverage.
What did Duchess Floriane tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
It's porting Brianna supports the LS but supports the trade. It's actually also done. Don't want.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
I'll go with it for now. Maybe I can do both somehow. I thought Selena was the one.
Lady Inquisitor.
Who was having an affair with an elf.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly
Okay, have fun,
decorative.
lonely.
Good evening, milady.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You
Are all the Delancey's here?
Baker, I hope not.
Lady
Inquisitor, need more servers in the ballroom. Where is everybody?
We can only
I'll
hope
see you
Celine
after the
will come
weekend,
tonight.
I suppose.
Gaspard will go with us.
Unless you want more content. I have a few ideas. Speaking of it's actually Ken 15. It's pretty light. Array of a coin.
How do things look out there? Are the negotiations over
wasting
yet?
his time.
Both the Empress and the
Nothing he
Grand
does
Duke
could win
Kangol.
over the
This
council.
can't be good.
Do I even have access to the Royal Wing yet?
Boring.
I cannot believe you danced 4 times with Cyril de Montfort.
I do. Interesting. I have to equip weapons again. Well, rather than with co-approval right now, I'll do that next week. And don't want to get into another battle, I'm a little tired. Have fun everyone.